It's Keith McLeod here, and I just wanted to say thank you to everybody that took some time out to actually join in on this live. I do plan to drop some very knowledgeable information for those that are interested in learning. And just here to have a good time, talk to my homeboys here. And I want you guys to take a moment to introduce yourselves. Go ahead.
How you doing? My name is Charles. Here with my man Keith, starting a big business, big things. Go ahead.
All right, I'm Corlin Davis. I know that's probably a tongue twister for some of y'all. I'm going to say it again, Corlin Davis. I'm also a life coach, but I'm here with my man Keith, supporting him on his launch. Going to get into some good topics and some good, really intellectual and problematic situations in our community. So, with that being said, pass it back to the host.
All right. So, for those of you who don't know, my name is Keith McLeod, and I've been actually coaching people much longer than I had the title of being a life coach. My history in this is extensive. Ever since I can remember, it's always been, what I wanted to do. It's always been my thing. I actually got the idea for this vision probably about 10 years ago, maybe 12 years ago. But I kind of ignored it. I've been putting it behind making money, and I just went into my entrepreneurial hat. Started doing a lot of different things. So some of y'all might remember I had a car dealership for a while. I spent some time traveling the world. But now I'm really back to just give back to the community, help out people that look like me, that really just need a chance. Like, it's a lot of people that feel like they don't know what to do, like they're just stuck. Or they might feel like they're going down the right path, but now all of a sudden it's like, this isn't working. And that's what we're here for. We're here to talk about topics like that. We're here to just give some insight on things I may have went through, or that any of us may have went through, that can really just be beneficial to you guys. This is all about the culture.
Yeah. Something that changed your life. Introduce it real corny, like life changes. So you've been talking about life changes for a minute. What is life changes? What is it about?
So life changes, the actual mission statement is to activate your divine mind. So that sounds real fancy, but very simply put, a lot of people don't understand that we are really in control of our destiny. Like, how you think creates your life. It may not seem like that. That might sound crazy right now, but literally, how you think creates your life. Whatever you believe is what you receive. And that's what Life Changes is. It's a platform to give back to our community and really help people in our community that aren't used to things like this. I mean, I know myself personally, I didn't really understand what I needed to do until I took the time and actually found a coach a few years ago, which was foreign. Like, none of my friends had coaches, and I don't even know how I got a coach, to be honest. Like, I think it was just God. Like, this dude kind of just walked up to me, and I was just like, what's up? And he was like, you need to get to know Keith. And I was like, oh. I had no idea I was his first client, but I was. I found out years later I was his first client, and that kind of started me on my path. So I'm really just giving back what helped me. So that's what Life Changes is. It's a platform for us to activate our divine minds.
That's right. That's actually the first time I heard that story for real. That's awesome.
Me as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much how it all started. So if there's no more questions about that, I do want to get into the topic for this evening. Let's get into the proceedings for the evening. So what I really want to talk about is mental health awareness in the black community. And like I said earlier, I've never been to counseling or therapy or coaching or anything like that. Like, as black men, a lot of times we get this label and we get this stigma that it's not okay to talk about your feelings. Like, we just get put in this box where we just gotta work, and however you feel, forget it. Like, that's just not important. But how do y'all feel about that?
Man, I feel like this is definitely a topic that plagues our community because there are so many instances where we are put into, like you said, put into a box, and we are expected to be one way. We're expected to be tough and rigid and rugged. We're expected to not show weakness.
Right.
Okay, but not showing weakness is weakness. Or let me rephrase: not acknowledging weakness is a weakness.
There's a point where it's not even more than expected. It's actually we become.
Exactly.
We become rugged. We become unstoppable. We become a force of nature, but at the same time, we restrict ourselves. We can't really soften up at times when we need to sometimes.
Yeah, and that goes back to the actual mission statement, is how you're thinking. Sometimes we get programmed and we just start thinking ways that we're told how to think, but who's providing this information? Like, where is it coming from? Is the person that's telling you that's qualified? And one of my big things is I only listen to qualified people. And some people think that's crazy because you grow up and, you got to listen to your parents, you listen to your teachers, you listen to whoever is in authority. But a lot of times those authoritative figures, they aren't qualified. And, that's what it comes back down to. So Have you ever actually been in counseling or therapy or anything like that?
Well, the only time I've been to counseling is I've done marital counseling.
Okay.
It got to a point where I just felt like, counseling, enlisting the help of someone, as you said, who is qualified, someone who is experienced in communicative, engagement, someone who is experienced in, helping people blend different perspectives and different ideology. Someone who is experienced with the overall realm of connectivity in terms of marital, romantic, cohesion. I felt like, why not enlist the help of someone who can do that for me?
Exactly.
For us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How about you?
Man, I've been through counseling before. I've been blessed. I've been blessed in life. I got a great family. I got a great support system. Both of y'all are life coaches. Both of y'all are really close friends of mine. So I have the support around me. It's a lot of black men that are missing that. But on top of that, I still needed coaching. I still needed some extra counseling. I still needed some extra help to kind of guide me in or exercise, I should say. A lot of people exercise physically to exercise the brain. It allowed me to really develop, I guess, a new mentality, a new way to think. That's the most blunt way to put it.
Got you. So what I'm hitting from both of y'all is basically I've been doing marital or relationship type counseling. Have y'all ever been through like just sitting down and telling somebody about what's going on in your mind, like alone?
Absolutely not.
No.
And that's the crazy thing. Like, we are not immune to this.
Right.
we are everybody, especially black men, man. We get caught up in that web, that construct, okay, that is built around the minds of our people.
Right.
Telling us that we have to do this, we got to be this way, we got to be that way.
Right.
And the bad part about that is, the really dangerous part about that is, it disconnects us from our authenticity. It creates separation, okay, from who we are at our core.
Right.
And that's dangerous because that affects your definition of self. All right? Self-definition is one of the most important concepts, okay, of knowing thyself and moving in your truth.
Right.
How you define yourself, as good brother here Keith said earlier, how you define yourself, okay, is what will dictate your path through this life. Self-definition creates your movement.
Self-definition.
So how do you define yourself to be?
That's
What
who
you
you
gonna get
are.
out of it?
Right. That's who you are. But you made that decision.
Yeah.
And a lot of times we don't acknowledge that. Like, I know, like, one of my favorite books is 44 Success Principles, And the first principle is you must take responsibility for your own actions. Your whole life is your fault.
Right.
And I know I keep hitting that point, but I really want that to hit home for some people, because a lot of people don't understand how much you have to do with it. Like, people can only take you to where you allow them to take you. You must be made in control of your thoughts and emotions. Thoughts and emotions produce things, life, etc.
Makes sense.
Yeah. But how about you? I know, like, did you do anything outside of that?
I'm going to give it to the ladies real quick. Because I hear it all the time. I see the memes on Facebook. You guys know I'm on Facebook all the time. There's a lot of times where like I said earlier, you harden yourself. Men often, and we think we're invincible. We think we're unstoppable. We think we can't be broken. But then the ladies catch that. The ladies catch those broken shards of glass that cut. Where you need to soften up instead. I got the Wu-Tang shirt on now. Be like water. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be more malleable. You gotta be more flexible in how you express yourself. You can't just cut deep into people. When you get those broken shards, and you're so hard, you break instead of blending, instead of washing, instead of bending. You break, and then you get that pillow talk. It's called pillow talk, but really, that's how we express ourselves. You might be sitting next to a lady, like, hey, I had a bad day. This happened, that happened. Next thing I know, I see a meme on Facebook talking about, hey, I'm a therapist. I'm not your therapist. Go get some counseling. We're all guilty of it. I think we all, men and women. I put it on the ladies. I see it a lot, but men and women are guilty of it. But yes,
Okay.
I don't really have the ability to. I do have the ability, but I don't really share too much. I'm more quiet, reserved. If you know me in person, you know that. But Yeah, at most I'd be like with 80, I might share something.
We're not immune, man.
Yeah.
We're not immune to it, you know?
So my next question, would y'all say it's actually frowned upon? Excuse me. You think it's frowned upon in our community
I think
to actually seek help?
I think it's taboo. It's in the black community especially, okay, as black men, it's when you're subject to the perspectives and the perception of those around you, okay, your peers, i.e. the people in the community with you, all right? And they have these expectations of you. It can influence you and you know, it can influence you to move in a certain way. I feel like if we show weakness, even in school, we're picked on because of it, right? If we show weakness in the communities that many of us are raised in, okay, you're taken advantage of because of that. Okay, so you get used to suppressing those sides of yourself. You get used to portraying this image out of the need to protect yourself, out of the need to, you know, some people out of the need to blend in with their environment, you know, to blend in with the perceptions of those around them. I just feel like at some point we have to get back to the roots of ourselves. We got to get back to the construction and the foundational principles of what makes us us.
Exactly.
You know?
How about you? Like, how you feel about it? You think it's
I'm
frowned
going
upon?
to back off of TJ when you talk about weakness. Instead of, people don't want to show weakness. A lot of times we don't want to show it. We don't want to, we have it. Everybody's got a weakness. Everybody. It's not just one. You got multiple weaknesses. You don't want to show it. Why? Because you get stepped on. You get taken advantage of. You get used. You get abused. The weakness makes you more vulnerable. But if we're in a good community, we have a good support system, my weakness, I should be able to show my weakness and get uplifted. I should be able to show my weakness, like, oh no, man, you're weak. Let's strengthen you up. You know, let's get you. Let's see what you need to get some help. But a lot of times you show weakness and you get stepped on. You just get taken advantage. And it's hard to. I'm glad that I gotta give you props for actually setting this up, because a lot of the stuff that we're talking about now we don't talk about. Like a lot of this in the community, we don't talk about this, and we need to. For
Yeah.
Time to take control, man.
Yeah, you're right. And I mean,
rewrite the narrative.
I do want to piggyback on that, on the weakness point, because that's important to acknowledge. But all it really takes is one. Because if you think about why are these people picking on you, it's probably because they're dealing with the same thing.
right.
More than likely, they giving you what they know. Like, that's what they get at home. Like, you know, if they're struggling or they start crying because they scrape their knee, you know, the man in the house might just say, suck it up.
Yep.
You know, it's not okay. And they're giving you that. So maybe in their mind, they are helping you. You know, they might be trying to actually give you what they think you need.
That's
although we
cool.
receive it differently, you know?
Yeah.
That's
So-
a very interesting perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know for myself, I mean, when I was in school, I was pretty quiet, but I got in a lot of fights. Like, and it was, you know, a lot of the things I went through. I don't know how much y'all know about my story, but, you know,
Okay.
I lost a lot of close family members at a very young age. Like, there was probably an 18-month gap where we lost 3 pivotal male figures in my family. And there was really nobody to necessarily talk to about that. Obviously, this was in the 90s, so it was a little bit different, but
Right.
I related, or I lashed out at people after that, you know. So anybody says something crazy to me, I'm punching you in your face. It don't matter, like, because I got this pain and I don't know how to handle it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to put it on other people. I felt bad, like, putting it on my mom because she was dealing with stuff too. So I didn't want to necessarily do that. So, I mean, I definitely understand, and I'm not saying I was a bully, because I don't want to come off like that, but I wasn't receiving bullying.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody was bullying me, we was going to fight, and he wasn't going to talk to me crazy.
Makes sense.
That was just how I
Makes
looked at
sense.
it.
Yeah.
You know, the crazy part is, man, I just feel like we have to attack this thing on the home front, right? I feel like especially in terms of black men, okay, and the topic that we're talking about, mental health in the black community and black men as well, right?
Mhm.
Certain things have to come from the man in the household.
Right.
Okay, there's a lot of powerful sisters out here, so that's no shade to the women. You are valued, you are loved sisters, but when it comes to raising a boy into a man, there are certain things that have to come from the father.
Absolutely.
Right? Therefore, as men, we have to rewrite the narrative on how we interact with our sons. All right?
Right.
We can't continue to try to mold them and make them into these tough robots. Okay, now we do need to give them an element, okay, of toughness, but also insert how to deal with emotions, how to deal with anger, how to deal with disappointment,
How to love.
how to love. You understand what I'm saying? We have to, as men, we got to teach these things and not just expect our children to pick these things up along the way.
Right. It's like we passed that part on somebody. He'll pick it up.
Yeah.
Somebody can show him how to do it. He'll know how to treat a girl, like, you know. And it's tough, man. So, I mean, I feel like at this point we have clearly identified what the problem is. So, from your perspective, what do you think the next steps are?
Next steps, I'd say, like I said before, I was blessed. Like I come from the side of, I had a male role model, my dad. What's up? Doing great. Grandfather, granddad. Like I had those figures in my life. I feel like the community needs to come in, because if you, let's say, if you're in a circle, if you're in a box, you need that support from outside the box to also lift that box up. It's a very vague way to put it, because I'm trying to keep it vague, but everything can't come from the inside. You got to get from the outside too. So I say if you need to be stronger, if you need to be strengthened, you need to gain knowledge. You're not going to get it all from the inside. A lot of times, Facebook, social media. I'm picking on social media right now, even though I'm all in it. You put yourself in a box. They only put you. You notice you see the same people in your timeline because that box is comfortable. My box was very comfortable, but you need the outside. You need something else to lift that box up. You know what I mean? But it's a very vague way to put it now. Because I could talk about that for a while, and I'm gonna let y'all speak. But yeah.
All right, go ahead, TJ.
I'm gonna tie into some of what I said a couple minutes ago. I think it has to start on the home front, in the house, with the family dynamic. Sometimes you got to get to the roots in order to rewrite the narrative. You can't expect to rewrite it without handling the foundation, right? So we start in the household. We start with the teaching and the principled guidance,
Right.
okay, of the parents to the children. But also we got to work outwardly from there to the community dynamic. We have to break down this separatist, energy, okay? We got to break down this divisive mentality, okay, that a lot of people in the black community operate within. We got to start understanding that we need to support, love, and uplift one another, okay? And we got to start doing that through outreach. The people who understand this, the people who have this knowledge and have this wisdom need to start making moves, okay, in the community. I'm not talking about these, the grandiose things are nice too. The people on higher levels are great. But we need to really get to the roots and get in the dirt with it,
Yeah.
And get in the communities and have, speaking engagements where, we rent out a rec center or something and invite people out and just speak and fellowship with our fellow black community members. This has to happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
It has to happen. And I'm going to start doing it. Trust me when I said that.
Yeah, so I'm that. But yeah, I guess to answer my own question, that's a question I've been pondering for a long time. That's why I asked you guys. That is the main reason why life changes exist today. A lot of times, and I know this isn't what we're talking about today, but even when we go to black businesses, sometimes the customer service isn't what we expect. And then, we talk bad about ourselves, even though, the criticism might be warranted. But we just got to fix it. We got to stop it. I know, one thing that happened to me that really made me start pushing forward with developing this, because I told you it's been on my mind for a while, is I went to Northeast Market, so y'all familiar with that.
Right.
And I walked in to get a chicken box. But I don't know.
Where'd you go? It's like that.
No soliciting.
Right.
But now, when I walked in there, I noticed there were 0 black vendors.
Yeah.
In an entirely black community. The whole neighborhood, every customer in there was black. But all of the vendors were not black. And everything being sold was not healthy. It was nothing positive in it. I didn't walk in there and see anything that was improving our community. It's we were just taking our money, giving it away to different communities. We weren't recirculating our black dollars. And, that really upset me. So, not to get off topic, because that's a conversation for another day.
Yeah, we gonna have. Stay tuned, man.
I gotta build off that related. I gotta build off that related because I got a whole story about that. Now we
gonna get there.
Yeah, we're gonna get that.
Yeah.
Get there. But, yeah, but like I said, to bring it back, full circle, that's why I'm doing this. Like, that's why, I got people like you guys that, I trust and respect to come and talk to people about things that just don't get talked about. I'm tired of it being taboo, as you called it. Like, we really need to start a revolution. We really need to make changes. We really need to be a part of the change. Like, we can lead it. And I don't know how much of it we'll see in our actual, lifetime, in our lifespan. But if I can be a part of the change that really elevates our people for the next lifetime, for my kids' lifetime, I'm 100% cool with that.
Absolutely.
And that's really how I feel about it. So
I admire and respect that ideology, bro. Like, because it has to start somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we need purpose and motivated people. We need intelligent. We need powerful people to lead the charge, man. And you're one of those people.
Appreciate that, man.
He's one of those people, y'all.
Definitely.
He's one of those people. So we gonna make some things happen, man. And I got good ideas. You have good ideas. He has good ideas. And we're gonna really start taking this thing full circle.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
So to ask the next question, so we've identified the problem. We've talked about what we think some possible solutions might be. Now, you guys are people that, even though you don't necessarily, basically we have a relationship where we talk about these things. We link up, every so often, and we talk about what's really going on in our lives. Like, it's a genuine, hey, how are you? Like, I know if I get a text message from him to say, how you doing? It's not for sure. Like, it's not just a what's up because he wants something. Like, I can literally say, well, this is going on, that, like that. And I can expect, an educated, qualified response from, both people. And, that's why we're here. But like I said, so if we continue to do that, continue to uplift each other, how do y'all feel like that's impacted yourself? Like, how do you feel like our relationship between each other has impacted your life?
I got to tell it the story. I met Keith at in sales. I'm on the company. We was working in sales.
Yeah.
I met TJ. We was working in collections. Both things were trying to collect money. Both companies were trying to collect money. Very competitive. Very competitive. I'm competitive. That's where we all get along. We fight. We're fighting each other at this point. The fact that we are so competitive and we strengthen each other through the competition, we're not trying to beat each other down. We're not saying, oh, you know what, I'm going to trip you up so I can get a hit. I'm going to slice you down so I can get a hit. It's more of, you did good, I'm going to do better. It's more of, I see what you did, here's what I did, so I can see if it'll help you. And vice versa, what do you got for me so it'll help me? And I think that's brought me a lot in life, just in general, just since I met both of y'all. Like, just having y'all, I'm going to sound real corny, but this stuff we don't talk about. Having y'all in my lives have actually uplifted me. It's give me more money, it's give me more strength, give me more ideas, give me more opportunities. Like, these things have grown because of y'all. You know what I'm saying? And there's other people out there too, but this is for them right now. So, yeah.
That's strong, bro. That's strong.
Yeah.
And it's like, to expand upon what he's saying, man, this is the purpose of a mastermind group. All right? Y'all remember that. Mastermind group, okay? This is
on
the
my book
purpose,
sign.
Because when you get around like-minded individuals who share your passion, who share your fervor for life and for improvement and development, when you get around people who are progressive in mentality, these people are going to rub off on you whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
All right? There are numerous qualified and legendary individuals, okay, who have said the same thing. The 5 people that you surround yourself with, okay, are going to have the most impact on the direction of your life. That's why you need to place yourself around people who are doing something with themselves and with their movement. All right?
Absolutely. Amen. Absolutely.
I feel like, to actually directly answer that question, I feel like, having Keith, having Charles, man, in my life, has really done the same for me. It forces me, to stay on my game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it forces me to continue to strive for excellence personally and to continue to look for that in my friends. You know, to continue to motivate them to do better. And we motivate each other directly and indirectly by the movement that we achieve in our individual life. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important, man. That's why I thank God for the people that I have in my life. You know, I don't want to get too mushy, okay? But I thank God for y'all, man, because it's important, bro. It's important. It's important.
I know we all put that disclaimer in there too. Like, I don't want to get too soft, but
hey, that's what we're talking about.
Exactly.
Y'all see it happening in real time. It's happening.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny that you point that out.
Right.
Yeah.
It's happening in real time, man. But we got to continue to fight against that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, we got to continue to just say, you know what? I'm not going to be ruled by the perceptions of society. I'm going to write, okay, the narrative for my own life. We got to continue to fight against it.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and I guess for me, you know, like you said, a mastermind group is very important. It's very essential for any person that's really trying to elevate on any level to do anything great. You can't do it alone. You know, you need a team. Anybody that's ever done anything great, they had a team behind them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or beside them rather.
100%.
Because that's what it takes. So, you know, just building these relationships with y'all has really been instrumental in my life as well. Because like you said, you know, it's like, oh, Dad, TJ in the gym, you bench 200? I got to bench 200. You know, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Or, you know, even when we was working together, like, oh, you sold 12 security systems?
Yeah.
This month? Nah, I need to do 14 because,
Right.
you know, the healthy competition, it really builds us up. And, you know, really dealing with people that have the proper mindset to understand that you're not trying to be torn down and that this is beneficial. Like, oh, I got 14. It's not bragging. It's like, hey, you got it in you. Do better.
Yep.
You know, a lot of times competition, it brings out the greatness in all of us. Like, even to make it like a TV show, you know, you can't wait to see the greatest warrior fight the greatest warrior if you want to make it, you know, anime. It was always, oh, Goku about to fight Vegeta. You know what I mean? But, you know, it really becomes that. Like, not to just necessarily make it a fight, but a conversation, you know, building each other up. You know, it might be, oh, like, well, my son went through this. We at the point where our kids are becoming close to teenage age.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, how did you deal with this? How did you deal with that? Like, I don't even know if our parents had that availability. Like, if they even felt comfortable talking to their homeboys, like, well, how'd you deal with, you know, Chuck dealing with this? You know, it's like, I don't know. We kind of just got to go off what we know, and we go off the limited knowledge that we've accumulated. But, you know, we only know a little bit of what we know. One of the most powerful things that's ever been said to me is, you know what you know what you don't know, but you don't know what you don't know. What you know, let's just say this table is all the knowledge in the world. What you know that you know and you know that you don't know is probably like that much. The rest of that information is available for the taking. And you got to network with people. You got to meet like-minded individuals, and you got to connect yourself with people that can help you get all of this. Because the more of this you got, the more you got up here, the more you got in your pocket, the more you got in your heart, the more you got everywhere, the better your life becomes. So it's not always about making money or anything like that, but it's really just how you think. And I can't stress that enough in regards to, you know, the thought processes. It's just, we'll get into that on probably another video. But, you know, I'm really excited, like, for what's to come here, what Life Changes is going to mean for the community. And, you know, what my brothers here are going to help me do. And what anybody that's watching is going to help me do. You know, this is really a collective group effort. It's not just me thinking I know everything, because I don't. There's plenty of things that I need help with as well, you know, to express that. But really, we just want to make something positive for the community and really just get people going, get people to connect those dots that just seem impossible. And in our situations, to really get people to open up and express where they don't feel like expressing or where they don't feel comfortable expressing, because we've been built up for 20, 30 years to hold it in. And then, you know, you have a meltdown, crazy things start happening, and that's where bad decisions start. So really, we just want to alleviate the bad decisions. We want to keep people on the up and up, and we just want to help everybody. Like, we want to help the community. Everybody that's looking to be helped, we're looking to help you. Okay?
100%.
Yeah, so going off topic a little bit, so let me get back to what we're talking about in regards to, you know, the mental health awareness. So I guess, what are your goals now? And yeah, y'all might be, you know, surprised by that question, because we didn't script this. This is
Yeah,
You know,
totally off top. Totally off top.
This is a real conversation, man.
right. But this is what we do, and I felt like the world deserved to see what we talk about.
True that.
'Cause I think it's powerful. Yeah. So yeah, like, what are your goals? I mean, what do you feel like? You know, we've identified the problem. We said, you know, what we can do. Like, just to kind of wrap it up, like, what do you feel like your goals are in order to, you know, how about the community and how we can, you know, just finish
My
out?
whole life I've been grinding hard. Like I've been working multiple jobs. It's always money. It's always been about. It's always about trying to get up. I never try to hold anybody back, but I'm always trying to get myself up all the time. No matter what. Like sales and all that stuff, like I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm finally in a position where I can help people. I'm finally in an employment now where I can help people. I'm just gonna leave it at that, where I'm not trying to get over on people anymore. I'm trying to help people now. I'm trying to expand on that now. Now that I'm finally here, I've reached the goal of I'm making money to help people. I've reached that goal. And now I want to expand on that. I want to continue to help more people at this point. It's like making more money, but I want to help more people. And that's my ultimate goal for real. Like that's the gist. I mean, I don't want to drag this out.
100%, man. 100%.
Yeah. How about you?
I feel like my goals right now, man, are I really am a very large proponent of hitting the roots and hitting the ground level. Okay, I want to hit the ground level. I want to get out there in the community. You know, I want to fellowship with the community. I want to set up, you know, certain. I'm going to call them certain black community conferences. That's just what I'm going to refer to it as. But we just need to get together, man. People need to see people that look like us giving, you know, all of ourselves to us. People need to see the care and the dedication and the commitment, okay, to the black community. And I want to be one of those people that gets out there and shows that. You know, so I'm going to really start making moves and getting locations. I know the COVID is kind of, you know, making that a little bit more difficult. But as we progress through COVID, you know, things are going to start moving a little quicker. Right? But my ultimate goal is to just build a different level of fellowship between, you know, the black people and the black community. That is just what my overall, you know, goal. Okay. Now, of course, I do other things outside of the black community, but we talking about the black community tonight. Okay, tonight that's what we talking about. All right, so
Same here. I'm trying to make more money, but around that, I'm trying to help more people. I understand. Makes perfect sense.
I mean, you need money to help. So.
I do my thing outside of the black community, so I'm not neglecting anybody outside in the black community. But tonight, we talking about the black community.
Absolutely. And I mean, that's a good point. I'm glad you brought that up. You know, like, no shade to anyone else or any other community. It's just, this is what I want to talk about today with, you know, my brothers, because it's a necessary conversation. And, you know, just to bring it back full circle, like, for real, anybody that's dealing with things you're uncomfortable dealing with, like, talk to somebody. Even if it's like your homeboy, can we talk? Like, for real, you know? Even if you really do decide to seek counseling, can we talk? You know, therapy, depending on what you need. If you want to talk to me, like, hit me up. Slide my inbox. It's fine. Like, we're here to help, you know? And like I said, Life Changers is positioned to really change the dynamic, change the narrative, really just change what we're doing collectively as a whole. And, you know, that's pretty much what we're doing. So, don't want to take a lot of y'all time. You know, we've been talking for a little minute now, but I feel like we kind of got our points across. Like, is there anything else y'all wanted to say before we wrap it up?
Man, honestly, I just want to, you know, say this. As my brother Keith said, we're here. You know, we really have a heart for this. All right, we have a passion to create change. This is not a game to us. This is not something that we're playing with. This is something that we're dedicating the entirety of our energy and mentality and focus on providing for the black community and for, you know, just the movement that we're trying to create in life. Okay? So I just wanted to leave our audience with that. Like, this is something that we're doing for real. All right? And if you need help, like he said, hit him in his inbox. You can hit me in my inbox. You can hit him. We're doing this because we really have a mission to create substantial change. Not just change, but substantial change. Okay, we need to move the ball very far. You know, like in football, there's a football reference when you get a first down, move the chains, right? We need to move the chains all the way down the field.
You need to touch them.
Yeah, we need to get all the way down there.
Right.
So, this is what we're doing, man, and this is what we're dedicated to. So,
Yeah.
y'all
How about
anything?
Me, I was talking about the box earlier, how comfortable the box is. I spent my whole life escaping the box, trying to do things outside. This is personal to me, so I appreciate Keith setting this up, because I'm on a wider platform. Any family, any friends close to me that haven't heard from me in a while, I've been working hard lately, very, very hard lately, so reach out to me. Like, I'm sorry I haven't reached out to you. Reach out to me. I'll respond, I promise. We'll link up, something. You know what I mean? 'Cause that's something, just on this conversation TJ was talking about. I listen. A lot of people don't listen. You gotta listen. It starts at home. You gotta stay rooted. And I feel like I've been uprooted for a while now. I'm trying to root myself back into my box, pretty much. Like, trying to get closer to my family. So cousins, uncles, friends, family, grandparents, everybody that hasn't heard from me lately. Sorry, I've been working really hard. It's been really trying to, support my immediate family. So, yes, hit me up. I'm here. You know where to find me.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, I made it all emotional, like.
Yeah, I tried to bring it back. You know what I mean? I tried to bring it back.
But yeah, I mean,
So that vulnerability.
Yeah,
Like
I
we're
mean,
talking about, right?
so we overcoming it as the conversation.
Right. This is stuff we talk about. And I like it. This is cool.
Yeah, but for me, I mean, I know I kind of been a ghost on social media for probably a while. I'm a pretty private person, but yeah. But I'm stepping away from that. I'm kind of putting my privacy to the side, which is my comfort zone for the moving forward portion of the life for everyone. It's really a greater good, so whereas though I'm not gonna make a selfish decision and keep all of my knowledge to myself when I know there's people there that need it. So for me, anybody that follows me on social media, like, y'all probably never seen me. I think this is my first live ever. Like, probably, right? But this is more to come. This is what it's gonna be now. This is the forward change that is necessary. And like I said, this is a small step going on social media, but it is a step, like, especially for me. And I appreciate anybody that took the time to listen to us, but we really just trying to pour into you and provide whatever knowledge or anything that you need. And I hope someone took something from this. If nothing else, like I said, I mean, if you're dealing with something, talk to somebody. It doesn't have to be a professional service. Just for my black men out there, like, take the time and talk to somebody and really just get it together. And like I said, obviously, if you're watching this, you know me, so like, reach out. I'm available, like, whatever you need. And I kind of just want to end it there. I appreciate y'all for taking the time out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Coming over to do this.
Gotta do it, man.
Yeah, appreciate y'all out there for taking the time out and watching this. You could be doing anything in the world to here with us. Yeah, we appreciate that. And until next time, we're going to be doing this regularly. I'm not going to throw out exactly when it's going to be because we're still working out the logistics, but you'll see us again very soon. And everybody take care. Y'all have a great night.
Y'all stay up.
All right.
That was good.
That was smooth. That was